What if your rabbit's been trying to tell you they love you and you just haven't noticed? Rabbits don't show affection the way dogs or cats do. Their signs are subtle, easy to miss, but deeply meaningful. In this video, you'll learn 10 hidden behaviors that reveal when a rabbit has truly imprinted on you. Let's start with one of the most obvious. 1. They follow you around like a shadow. Ever feel like you're being watched by a tiny, silent stalker with ears? If your rabbit trails you from room to room, not for treats, not out of fear, but just to be near you, that's one of the clearest signs they've imprinted. See, in the wild, rabbits only stick close to those they trust with their life. If your rabbit chooses to shadow you, it means you've become part of their safe zone. And it's not just about presence, it's about proximity without pressure. They're close but not clingy. They're not demanding attention. They're just quietly saying, "I feel safest when you're near." And here's the thing most people miss. This silent closeness is the foundation for everything that comes next, because there's one particular behavior rabbits only show after this trust is built, and we'll get to that in a bit. 2. They binky or zoomy when you enter the room. Most people think rabbits just sit still and look cute, but if your bunny suddenly launches into high-speed zoomies or hops with a wild twist, that's not random energy, that's joy. A binky is a rabbit's ultimate happy dance, and they don't do it for just anyone. If your rabbit reacts like this when they see you, it means your presence lights them up. Literally. It's their version of "I missed you," even if you were only gone for 5 minutes. And here's a subtle cue many owners miss. Sometimes the binky doesn't happen right away. Instead, they'll pause, glance at you, and then take off. That moment of eye contact? It's emotional acknowledgement. They're checking that you're watching, because their joy is tied to you. This kind of expression only comes from rabbits who feel safe, connected, and emotionally invested in your return. 3. They sleep near you or on your things. Does your rabbit ever curl up next to you or flop down on your hoodie like it's a bed? Most people think it's just a cozy spot, but for a prey animal like a rabbit, where they sleep says everything about how safe they feel. When a rabbit chooses to sleep near you or on something that smells like you, it's not just comfort, it's emotional trust. In the wild, they'd only rest near those they fully rely on. Even more telling? If they fall into a deep sleep, stretched out, feet kicked back, eyes closed or half-lidded, they're surrendering in the most vulnerable way possible. It means your presence, or even your scent, tells their nervous system, "You're safe, you can let go now." And in rabbit language, that's one of the highest compliments they can give. 4. They groom you or try to lick you. Ever had your rabbit nibble your hand, lick your arm, or tug at your sleeve with their teeth, and wondered what it meant? Most people think it's just curiosity, but it's much deeper than that. In the rabbit world, grooming is sacred. It's how bonded pairs show loyalty, affection, and social status. So when your rabbit starts grooming you, it means they've fully accepted you as part of their inner circle. And here's where things get interesting. Remember in the beginning when I mentioned that there's a behavior that only shows up after deep trust is formed? This is it. A rabbit that follows you, flops near you, and then starts licking or nibbling gently. That's not just affection. That's emotional imprinting in action. And yes, sometimes the licking comes with a little nibble. That's normal. It's their way of saying, "You're mine. I take care of you now." 5. They relax completely around you. Ever seen your rabbit do that full body flop? The one that makes you panic for a second because they look too still? That's not a medical emergency. That's trust in its purest form. When a rabbit flops on their side, sprawls out like a pancake, or even exposes their belly around you, they're putting themselves in the most defenseless position they can. It means they don't just feel safe, they feel emotionally unguarded. This kind of deep relaxation is something most rabbits will never show around strangers. It's reserved for the few they've truly let in. And if you're lucky enough to see it, just wait until we get to the final sign in this video, because there's one behavior rabbits save for the deepest emotional bonds, and it's something even most experienced owners overlook. 6. They nudge you to ask for something. Think your rabbit's nudging you just to get out of the way? Think again. A rabbit's nose is more than a cute button. It's one of their main communication tools, and when they gently nudge you with it, they're often asking for something, but not always food. Sometimes it's for attention, sometimes for head rubs, and sometimes it's just their way of saying, "Hey, I'm here, do you see me?" Here's the subtle part. If your rabbit feels comfortable enough to initiate contact and trusts that you'll understand what they want, that's a sign of emotional safety. They've learned that you get them, that you respond not with fear or dismissal, but with gentle attention. And that's huge, because rabbits don't waste effort on people they don't trust. 7. They get jealous when you pet someone else. Ever notice your rabbit giving you the cold shoulder after you pet another bunny, or even a dog or cat? It might sound silly, but rabbits can absolutely show possessive behaviors toward the people they've bonded with. Now, it's not jealousy the way humans experience it. It's more like a shift in emotional energy. They notice your attention going somewhere else, and they don't love that. You might see subtle signs: a thump of the back foot, turning away and ignoring you, refusing pets they'd normally accept, or even inserting themselves physically between you and the other animal. This isn't just moodiness. It's a sign that your rabbit sees you as part of their social group. And when you engage with someone else, it disrupts the bond they feel so deeply. If your rabbit responds this way, don't scold them. Instead, gently reconnect. Offer calm affection and let them know the bond is still intact. Because when a rabbit cares that much about your attention, that's not just cute, it's personal. 8. They mirror your movements or energy. Ever notice how your rabbit seems more calm when you are, or suddenly perks up when you're full of energy? This isn't your imagination. Bonded rabbits often sync their behavior with the people they trust most. It's not because they understand your mood like a therapist, but because they're constantly reading your body language, tone, and rhythm. Over time, a deeply connected rabbit learns your patterns. When you're relaxed, they settle. When you move with purpose, they stay alert. When you're stressed or rushed, they may become more cautious or withdrawn. This kind of subtle emotional mirroring is instinctual, a leftover survival trait. In a bonded group, rabbits synchronize to stay safe. And when you become their group, they start syncing with you. Most owners miss this completely. But once you spot it, you realize your rabbit isn't just living around you. They're living with you, emotionally, energetically, and moment to moment. 9. They get anxious when you're gone too long. Ever come home after a long day and your rabbit acts different? Maybe they're more clingy, or maybe they sulk, hide, or act just a little off. That's not coincidence. It could be separation stress. Rabbits may not whine at the door like a dog, but bonded bunnies absolutely notice when their favorite human is gone longer than usual. And for some, that absence creates emotional friction, not because they're needy, but because they're wired to feel safest in close, consistent company. In extreme cases, some rabbits may even eat less, become withdrawn, or seem disinterested in play until things feel normal again. The key detail? It's not the amount of time that matters. It's the break in emotional rhythm. A rabbit who's imprinted on you gets used to your presence as part of their environment. And when that presence disappears, their nervous system feels it. The fact that they miss you, even silently, says more than words ever could. 10. They come when you call, even without food. Most rabbits couldn't care less about their name, unless there's a snack involved. So if your rabbit comes to you when you call, not because you're holding a treat, but simply because it's you, that's something special. This is the kind of behavior that doesn't come from training. It comes from connection. It means they've associated your voice, your presence, and your attention with safety, comfort, and affection. Remember when I said earlier that there's one behavior rabbits reserve for their strongest emotional bonds? This is it. They don't come running because they want something. They come running because they want you. That's not obedience. That's emotional imprinting in its purest form. So if your rabbit perks up when they hear your voice, runs to the sound of your footsteps, or even just hops over when you say their name, you're not just their caregiver, you're their person.